Oh boy. You hear that? You hear that groovy slapper? That was made by Cockroach King. It's ya boy. Go check that shit out. Bandcamp Cockroach King. You know what it is. This is the Jest Podcast, episode 10. Oh man. And we doing it big. Oh. Jesus Christ. Yo, I'm hype. I was so excited. I ran over here too quickly and grabbed a tree and just jabbed my hand into a small dead branch and just cut my finger crotch. You know, right between the middle and ring. Just kicked it in the crotch right there and now I'm bleeding. I thought it was going to bleed more, but it's pretty much stopped already. That's wonderful. Because there's no stopping the podcast. Unless I lose my lighter. I didn't lose my lighter, I just dropped it. We're checking out new spots. I'm in the same area of the woods to do this podcast every week. But I pick a new spot every week for some reason. That's the mood, I guess. Oh boy, guys, it's episode 10. Episode 10! We hit the double digits. I'm so stoked. I tried to plan ahead and do as much for this as I could. I didn't actually plan any of the podcasts. What I mean to say is I wanted to do something special, so I made sure I could get intro music and outro music made by your boy Cockroach King. Cockroach King. Bandcamp. Yeah, I made sure that shit was ready for this Monday. Dude, I'm so glad it all worked out. I feel official. You know, I don't have a full recording studio or nothing, but I'm getting to the groove of this. 10 down. I'm digging it. This is a great way for me to work out ideas, come up with new ideas, and, you know, get a little mic practice so I can hit those open mics and fucking kill it, dude. Fucking kill it, dude. You know? Right, yes. Nice. Big news. Big news. I went to my first open mic ever last week. First open mic, first time doing stand-up. I went to this bar in Worcester. I was at the Dark Rose. I did my first set. I think it went pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. There's a lot of mistakes, a lot to work on. But yeah, let's see. I had 5 minutes. I ran a little long. That's okay. I just wanted to make sure I filled the time. I didn't want to fucking end early and be like, how's it going, guys? Because there's some other comics that finished. They must be pretty new. They finished and they just asked how much time they had. And this one comic I had to ask 3 or 4 times. And it's like, god damn. Did you not have a plan? I don't know. That sucks, dude. I just don't want to get up there and waste people's time was my goal. So I had about 10 minutes of set ready. But I wasn't prepared at all is the issue. I didn't know any of my shit. I was there with my tiny little notebook, just scribbling my intro furiously just to try and get it in my head. And then I had to make a short little bullet point list of where I wanted to hit, in case I forgot where I was going. And I did forget where I was going. So glad I made that. But you gotta know where you can stop and stuff and take these breaks. So I made sure I had the first minute and a half solid, planned out what I wanted to say. And then I believe I took a break to look at the actual bits that I had written out that I wanted to try. And they were just stories, really. They're pretty good. If you want to check it out, I uploaded it already. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada boom, bada bing, zing, 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 zing. It wasn't that zingy. I wish it had more beats and stuff to it. It was pretty good. I feel like I put a lot of jokes into it. They didn't all get laughs. Most of my jokes didn't get laughs, which I'm cool with. It was really a cool feeling because every time the jokes didn't hit, it just built up more tension. And as long as you didn't freak out and you just kept going, when a joke does hit, it just hits that much harder. and it's really satisfying. It was such a good experience. I knew I was gonna love trying out this stand-up shit, and I definitely do. I really want to try my hand at this shit more. I wanted to go Saturday and Sunday to open mics if I could too, but long story short, I didn't. I'm not even gonna bother explaining that. But I'm gonna go back to that bar. It's every other week, so not this week, but the week after, I'm gonna hit that place up again. And I like going back to the same place because now I gotta make new material too. I don't want to just work the same shit. And that was like a really good intro because I feel like that place was like a crowd and like everyone kind of knew each other for the most part, or had seen each other on stage at least. And yeah, I like came in, just burst. I felt like I just kicked the doors open. I was like, "Hey guys, what the fuck up? Here's me. I'm a loser," and it hit pretty well. Yeah, man, I was really happy with that. So yeah, go check that out. Wednesday, I posted that shit. What else happened? I'm working on to complain for a bit. I'll keep it brief. I'm in the middle of getting like a promotion at work. It's like a month-long trial period. I just started this week, so today was my first day on the job, and more responsibilities and shit. It's tricky. I got this though. The first day was a little tricky, but it's definitely gonna get better every day, I think. No way it can keep that pace up. Actually, it's totally gonna get better for a little bit, and then I'm gonna hit a real wall and be really backed up or something and have to figure that out. But even that shouldn't be too bad. I'm getting this under my belt. I've got it under control for the most part. Oh, this is so boring. I'm sorry, guys. What I really wanted to get to is I'm exhausted, man. Long day today. And, that's really all I wanted to say. So enough of that. That's fucking lame. Let's relax. Day's over, man. I let this bitch go out, of course. You know how I do. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We doing it. Yo, I taught one of my friends how to roll this weekend. I think I showed him like a week ago or something, but I showed him again this weekend, and he actually tried it this weekend, and he did a good job. So I'm proud. That was dope. And we went hiking together. That was fucking sick. We hung out. Yeah, I met this dude pretty recently. We're getting pretty close. I could tell you about these guys another time. I got a lot to get to today. Exciting 10th podcast. What else? I saw my other buddies. My buddies got to come with me to my open mic. I invited one homie, and I'm really glad he went because he's actually into stand-up. So he gave me some pretty good feedback afterwards. And then he was really good support. And I forgot to turn my fucking microphone on in my pocket. That's what I was gonna use to go over my performance and self-critique. But I forgot, and thank God I brought him. Told him I was kind of hoping he'd film it for me, and he did. So he fucking got it. And yeah, I'm so happy, man. The whole next day, I just listened to it on repeat the whole day, and I feel like more of the critique came when I was first listening to it, like the first two listens. After that, it was mostly just kind of a self-basking and bullshit, just kind of like hyping myself up because I did a pretty good job. I got the crowd going for the most part. I got some of the biggest laughs in the night actually, which is really what I was going for. I want to be remembered. I didn't want to just be decent and just average, or I really want to do this shit. I'm trying to figure out my special way of doing it, so I'm trying hard on that. Definitely need a lot of work with timing and pausing. I was rushed at the end because I had to rush my stories and shit. I had a decent cutoff point. Ended on a solid joke, but it wasn't even supposed to be an ending joke. That was just the middle of my story, and it was a decent stopping point. So I went, all right, guys, that's my time. You know what's funny? I actually really wanted to think about the whole time before. I kept getting distracted by like, what am I gonna say on my way out? Like if I leave early or if I leave late. And then I ran over my time a little bit, and right at the end, I was just like, all right, that's all I had time for today, guys. Like, see ya. And I didn't even have to think about it because I literally ran out of time, and that's just what happened. So maybe I'm learning I should focus more on the more important stuff instead of some bullshit like that. Because what you're leaving on, yeah, it's an important note. But, leaving the ending joke is more important to figure out. I forgot what the fuck I was comparing it to. We so baked. We forget. I was giving you some of my self-critiques. Is what I was trying to do. Sorry, scrambling for the lighter. I was giving you some of my self-critiques. What else was there? The ending was pretty good. I would have liked a harder joke. I was rushed, though. It was okay. I'm glad I didn't go like 5 or 10 seconds more, otherwise they would have probably had to pull me. But, yeah, man. Because wasn't like, oh, this is my first time, guys, how about it? I didn't feel like I was bullshitting people, and I looked like I had been doing this. Even though it's also kind of clearly my first time. I just talked about jerking off. I was nervous to start very clearly. And I did still pander. When I started the show, the first thing I did was pander the audience. I was like getting the mic stand out, and I was nervous. I'm glad I said something to warm up and figure out. I should have been closer to the microphone as well. But it took me like a couple words to like warm up my voice and not sound like nervous or scared at all, which was kind of surprising. But you're on fucking stage. I should have expected that more. But yeah, the first thing I said was pandering. I was like, give it up for your host, guys. Again, yay, woo, boo, boo, blah, 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 I suck. I didn't say that. Yeah, how about it? Guys, you're a lovely crowd. Give it up for yourselves. Yay, woo, I suck. I suck. I'm pretty upset that I had to pander like that. But it was kind of just a gut reaction. And I think it was a pretty good gut reaction. Because I was pretty nervous at first. But after I said those first phrases, I got out my opening jokes and just went on, you know? And I made up some jokes beforehand, and I made up some jokes on the spot, at least two I can remember. It was like a therapy joke and there was another one I can't remember. I made up some jokes on the spot just because they fit naturally, you know? If you're not just purely focused on the material, you'll catch those beats and be like, ooh, like, this is a little awkward on this end, let me mention it. Or like, ooh, here's a good spot for a joke I can throw in that I wouldn't have thought of anyways. And I guess that's how comedians work out material on stage. And I got a little taste for it, and I fucking love it. 'Cause it's way different than working out material on this too, because I'm just by myself, chilling, not pressured. I can take time. I can literally go silent for 15 seconds. I don't give a shit. My podcast. But on the stage, I'd give it 5-10 second max, depending on the performance. I gave myself like a nice 6 second pause in there because I had to check my notes. But it worked out because I had a joke, and then boom, laughs. You break the tension, so it works out, you know. All right, enough of that. Wow, I spent this whole thing analyzing my open mic. That's not bad. I guess I'll shut the fuck up about that and use the rest of the time I have well, right, guys? Let's go. And the 10th podcast, guys. Woo, Jest 10. This episode is brought to you guys by Chick-fil-A. Go get yourselves a delicious, juicy chicken sandwich. Use promo code God Hates the Gays today to get $2 off your chicken meal. Woo, Chick-fil-A. Only active on Sundays also. By the way. This episode is also brought to you by Gucci. Use promo code Blackface to get 0.1% off your next order. Bing, 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 bing. That's it for sponsors today, guys. Just kidding. This podcast is brought to you by Oh Boy, Oberto Jerky. It's Oh Boy good. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Sure. I like spicy and sweet jerkies. That's my shit. Sapling is an interesting little word, you know? Where'd they get that from? Are they sapping energy from the other plants? Trees produce sap. Isn't sap a type of poison sumac? Is that what I'm thinking of? Isn't sap a type of tree as well? Like a sap tree? I don't know. Where do they get sapling? Oh my god, guys. The chipmunks are hunting me. I gotta go. Fuck. Oh fuck, they're on the move, guys. They must have smelt the blood from my hand. Oh shit. They're vicious out here. Oh my god, these New England chipmunks, guys. They smell my blood. We gotta go. You know what to do, guys. Listen to your mom. Listen to your heart. Listen to Woo Tang, nigga. How? Play that shit. Alright, guys. Catch you later. Peace, peace. We doing it big. You know what it is. Go hard. Rochester 10. Thank you guys for tuning in. Catch you next week. Bye.